All right, Carolyn, let's talk. This is a fantastic question, and you're definitely not the only one wrestling with it. You're zeroing in on the Lincoln Nautilus, and you're at a fork in the road. So let's get this all sorted out for you.
Okay, so this is it. This is the core dilemma, right? Do you jump on an absolutely incredible vehicle that you can get your hands on today, or do you play the waiting game for those new updates? We're going to break down exactly what's different between these two model years, so by the end of this, your decision should be crystal clear.
But first things first, let's be clear, this is a great problem to have. Both the 2025 and the 2026 models are built on the exact same, really excellent platform that was just introduced in 2024. I mean, this was a massive redesign that seriously elevated the Nautilus. So no matter which way you lean, you're getting a phenomenal SUV.
And they share a ton of the same incredible features. That absolutely stunning 48-inch panoramic display, the one that makes the whole cockpit feel like something from the future. Yep, it's in both. Standard all-wheel drive for that extra confidence? Check. You get the same 3 trim levels, the same super comprehensive safety suite, and that ridiculously spacious back seat. Even those cool luxury features you hear about, like Lincoln Rejuvenate and the Digital Sense system, they're available on both.
Now, let's talk about what's under the hood. You're going to see this number, 310, and it's a big one. For both model years, you get 2 choices. The standard engine is a great turbocharged 4-cylinder that puts out a solid 250 horsepower. But this number, 310, that's the total horsepower you get if you opt for the hybrid powertrain. It gives you that extra punch, plus better fuel economy, and it's an option you can get on either the 25 or the 26.
Okay, so we know they're built on the same great bones. But let's get to the real reason we're here, Carolyn. What are you actually waiting for if you decide to hold out for the 2026 model? Well, the changes aren't huge in number, but they are pretty significant. We can basically boil down all the 2026 updates into 3 main buckets. First, and this is the big one, is a major leap forward in the driver assist tech. Second, you've got a couple of new style and appearance options. And third, there's a small but kinda nice enhancement to the connectivity package.
So let's start with the biggest change, the one that, honestly, could make the decision for you all by itself. We need to talk about the evolution of Lincoln's hands-free driving system, Blue Cruise.
So just a quick refresher in case you're not familiar, Blue Cruise is Lincoln's awesome hands-free highway driving system. When you're on a pre-mapped, divided highway, what they call a blue zone, the car can literally take over the steering, the braking, and the acceleration. You can take your hands off the wheel, though of course you still have to keep your eyes on the road.
And here it is. This is the core upgrade. The 2025 Nautilus has Blue Cruise 1.2, which is fantastic. It keeps you perfectly centered in your lane. But for 2026, the Nautilus gets an upgrade to Blue Cruise 1.5. The game-changing feature here? Automatic lane changes. The car itself can now suggest and then perform a lane change all on its own, like to get around a slower car in front of you.
And as this reviewer points out, this is a huge step in making the whole system feel way more intelligent on the road. Instead of just kind of passively following the car in front of you, your car can now make strategic moves to keep you going. It's a really significant step towards a more autonomous-feeling drive on the highway.
Okay, let's shift gears from the brains to the beauty. Beyond all that tech, Lincoln also sprinkled in a few new aesthetic options for the 2026 model. Now, these are more subtle updates, but hey, when you're buying a luxury vehicle, the details really matter.
So Carolyn, if you're thinking about going all out, I'm talking top-of-the-line black label trim. There's a new exclusive interior theme for 2026 called Aurora. And the black label themes are more than just colors. They're these whole curated experiences with unique materials and finishes. This just adds another exclusive choice to the list. And on the outside, a little switcheroo in the paint department. For 2026, there's a new color called Gray Matter Metallic, and it's taking the place of lustrous gray from the 2025 lineup. It's a simple change, but definitely one you want to know about if you've got your heart set on a particular shade of gray. So we've got the tech, we've got the style updates. Now for the final piece of the puzzle, the part that hits the wallet, the price. Let's put all this together and build a framework to help you make the right call.
So how does this all shake out on the sticker? Well, here's the interesting part. The base Premier trim, it starts at the exact same price for both years, but you'll see a price bump for the super popular Reserve trim and the top-tier Black Label trim in 2026. And remember, this is before you even start talking about incentives or dealer negotiations, which you might have more luck with on the outgoing 2025 models.
This brings us to a really clear decision point. The 2025 model is the move if you're all about maximizing value. If getting a great deal is a top priority, and if a fantastic hands-free system that keeps you in your lane is more than enough tech for you, then the 2025 is an amazing choice. On the other hand, you wait for the 2026 if you're a tech person who wants the absolute cutting edge in driver assist, if having the newest model matters to you, or if that new Aurora interior or gray matter paint really calls to you.
So ultimately, Carolyn, it all boils down to this one question. Is that next step in hands-free driving, the ability for your car to automatically change lanes for you, is that feature worth the wait and the potential price increase? That's really the core of your decision. I hope this briefing helps you make the perfect choice. Good luck.